Most people never move out because they're scared. I was too, but I did it anyway, all at 18, and it changed my life. Reason why I moved out is because originally it was my fiance who was moving at the time with her parents. So I made this decision to go with them, and we were living in Florida at the time, and they were going to go to Nebraska, so across the country. So I made the decision for myself to go with them. There was a lot of doubts towards the beginning. A lot. Like when I tell you there was a lot of doubts of whether this is the right decision to do it, whether this is going to benefit me, if I'm making the wrong decision, why am I doing this? Am I letting my family down? Will I miss my family? A lot of things were going through my head. It was an emotional roller coaster. A lot went on during that time. And that was just a year ago. When I moved out. So I've been moved out for a year now. During this time of debating if I should move or not, or deciding to move, the number one person that was convincing me not to go was my mom, obviously. She did not want me to go at all, and she didn't understand why. But at the end of the day, I still took the decision. There was actually a moment where I actually considered staying, and I told my fiance that I'm not gonna go and it's better for us to stay here. But then she told me something that really resonated with me, and that she was like, is this gonna be for the rest of our lives, you saying things for just at the end of the day for you to switch up and go back even though you said something else? And that was the type of person I was. The main reason why I moved here across the country away from family is to prove to myself that if I say something, I'm actually going to do it. Because I was the type of person to tell myself that I was going to do this, do this, do this, do that, do this, and it never ended up happening. And I had an opportunity to actually make a big jump for my life and for myself, and I took it. And that is the main reason why I moved across the country. Now, the struggles that no one really talks about when moving out at 18 is obviously budgeting, finance, unexpected expenses and mistakes that you will make. And I'm here to tell you that these are all important things. If you guys are considering moving out, these are all things you should consider. When we first moved here, I got us an apartment and I had 3 to 4 months of savings in the bank before I moved here. So I knew we were good here for a few months before we can find a job. And luckily we found the perfect job. But that was my situation. I came here with savings just for that just in case scenario. So I suggest if you guys are wanting to move out, make sure you have some sort of funding for yourself. So if anything goes wrong, you will be good for a few months. Budgeting is so important too. You have to make sure you know exactly the amount of money that's coming out of your bank account and exactly how much you are going to spend on monthly expenses, because they will catch up. They add up quicker than you even realize it, and you'll be spending way more than you thought you were originally. So budgeting is so important. If you guys are debating financially how to do it, find the place that you want to move out to, whether it's even with a roommate or something, whatever that, calculate what your monthly expenses will be and calculate it from 3 to 6 months so you can have a good amount of expenses for a few months until you can actually settle in and find that job. But that is what I did, and that's what I suggest you guys do. Another struggle that no one talks about is the emotional struggle. Missing home, feeling lost, adjusting to a new environment. These are all things that you should consider too. When I first moved here to Nebraska, it was winter. It was February, so grass was not green. Everything was just dead. All the crops, everything. So this place did not look aesthetically pleasing for when I first got here. There was just a whole bunch of regret and doubt that went through my mind. Is what did I get myself into? Where am I right now? And just hoping that a year went by so I can just leave already, because that was my plan. Originally I was going to live here for a year and then move out and go back and go to New York, but obviously that's not the case anymore. I didn't think about how it would have been over here. I didn't do my due diligence. Like literally we applied we did everything online. We didn't even see the apartment before moving over here. That's how spontaneous this was. So if you guys can actually do your due diligence and make sure this is a place that you want to go to, I would suggest you guys do it. But I ended up loving it over here anyway. Once spring came around, then that's when I knew that this place is my home. This is the place that I want to be in. Because when spring came around, everything started to look way more pretty. and just having all the seasons, it felt like the child in me, because living in New York, I would have all the seasons, and it felt exactly like that. So that's why, me personally, I fell in love with Nebraska, Omaha, Nebraska. A year into living here, the feeling of you missing family or missing home will never go away. It will be suppressed, but it's never going to go away. I miss my family every single day and think about them every single day. There's not a day that I don't think about wanting to live over there or wanting to be with them or spend more time with them. And you guys will feel the same way. But one thing that I know is that I'm over here. I came here for a reason. I came here to prove to myself that I can actually work on myself and become a better version of myself. And that's exactly what I'm doing every single day, is improving my life, bettering my life, so I can be set up in a position where I can go see my family anytime I want and any day I want. And that's what I'm working towards every single day. Being here gives me the motivation to be able to work towards seeing them whenever I want to. But you guys will miss family. That is inevitable. That is going to happen. You just have to keep pushing through. It's just another obstacle that you have to get past and live with it, because it's going to happen. Moving out doesn't just mean freedom. There is going to be responsibilities, stress, things that will come up last minute that you guys will not expect. There are a lot of little things, because now we are in adulthood. If you guys are planning on moving out, you guys are planning to be an actual independent adult. And now, for example, when I first moved here, my package that I sent from Florida over here, everything was just shattered and broken. That's unexpected. I didn't expect that to happen. Things are not going to go exactly to plan, and you have to be prepared for that mentally, that things are not going to go your way, but to keep pushing through, because things will get better. And that is a promise, guys. Keep going and things will get better if you want it to get better. Coming over here, I honestly didn't know what I was doing. I spent months just getting used to just over here, because it was a new thing. It was such a new environment. But as I was far away from family, as I was by myself with my fiance, just in our apartment, I started to like the place more and more, because of just the peace and quiet that this has to offer. Guys, if you guys are planning on moving out, you guys will be by yourself. By yourself. You guys are going to be alone. It's going to be peaceful. It's going to be quiet. And if you are the type of person that likes that, then that is for you. And that is what's to come to expect. There's going to be a lot of lonely nights, a lot of aloneness that is going to come by you. Ways that I pushed through the tough times is just continuing to live life and continuing to better my days and actually do stuff, whether it's with my fiance or finding a new hobby to do, whatever it was. I always kept myself entertained or busy doing something, because I came down here for a reason. And there's going to be tough times. You guys are going to miss your family. You guys are going to miss home. You guys are going to feel some type of way. You guys are going to feel doubt whether you made the right decision or not. And I'm here to tell you that even though I miss my family every single day, I will not do anything differently, because it taught me and it made me the man that I am today. And both my parents both said that they're proud of me. And I don't think they would have said that if I stood in the same position that I was in Florida. Because I was the type of person that if I stayed there, and my fiance told me, like, what would you be doing in Florida? I would probably be doing nothing. Sitting at home, hanging out, doing nothing, watching YouTube, going out. Nothing productive like what I'm doing now. That's what I would have been doing if I stood in Florida. And when both of my parents came to visit me, when my mom came to visit me one time and then my dad, they both said that they're proud of me for everything that I achieved over here. And all that because I decided to move out and actually get myself together and actually do what I said I was going to do. Because I had a very comfortable life in Florida. And that's where it becomes dangerous. It's either you want to start getting comfortable with the uncomfortableness, or just stay comfortable forever and never grow. And I wanted to grow as a person. So that's why I also decided to move out. It's because I wanted to push myself and put myself in an uncomfortable position where I had to actually go out and do something. I had to make something of my life. I had to go and do it. No one's coming to save me. It's up to me now to take care of us. It's up to me to make the decisions now of my life. No one's gonna make it for me. And what moving out really taught me and will teach you guys is discipline. Being able to put your mind to something and do it no matter what you feel, no matter how you felt. When we were looking around for jobs, we did it tired day and night. When we actually landed our job, we had courses to go through. We did those courses overnight, all throughout the day. We did not sleep. Even though we were tired, we knew we couldn't sleep because we had to get the job. We had to find a job. And that moment is when we had to. And the discipline and you will build discipline knowing that you have to do something because you are on your own and no one's going to do it unless you do it. It's also going to teach you budgeting, management skills, managing your own time, managing your goals, managing money. It's going to teach you a lot, and that is going to be beneficial for the long run on how to save money, how to invest money, where to invest money, how to invest money, where to put my savings, how to save, what should I take out of my paycheck and put towards savings. This is going to be a very, very educational moment for you guys. And it's going to be very useful for when you guys grow older and as you grow older. And growth comes with struggle. You guys have to go through something hard to come back and bounce back stronger and even stronger. You guys have to lift weights so your muscles come back stronger, can feel sore and come back stronger. You have to go through it though. And life is bigger than just your hometown. You guys don't realize it. I didn't realize it either, how much more life there really is outside of Florida or outside of that comfortability, inside of that bubble that we put ourselves in. There's a whole Midwestern town. There's little towns out here of people, and the people here are amazing. And there's mountains that we can go explore. There's woods that we can go. There's a lot of things that are outside of your hometown. Even if you live in the Midwest, there's a lot of things you can find in Florida that you won't find over here. But there's bigger things that are outside of your hometown. And also another thing is, moving over here, I also taught myself how to do an oil change because there was no way that I was going to pay for that every single time just for them to change my oil when it's one of the easiest things you can do yourself. So moving out will teach you independence, will teach you how to be your own man or woman, but just be independent for yourself. And now I do my own oil changes because it saves me money, but it also is something that I can do. And it's something I taught myself how to do. If you guys are thinking about moving out, I highly suggest thinking ahead. Obviously, knowing where you're going to live, who you're going to live with, the money that you have, job security, whatever it is. I came over here with a solar job, which ended up never happening. So that's why we had to go find a job really quickly and landed our job. But whatever it is, make sure you have some sort of job security. Have a good amount of savings so if anything does go wrong, you guys will be good for a few months. And make sure you know where you're actually going to. Make sure you have a place lined up. And budget is so important. Make sure you have it. You make sure you have exactly what you need to live here for a few months, just in case. Even if you have job security, make sure you'll be good for a few months. And I promise you that will help you in the long run. It'll make you feel more secure and more comfortable than already feeling uncomfortable about moving out in the first place. And expect to struggle. It's not going to be perfect, but you guys will get through it. I did, and now I'm happy that I went through it. And mindset is everything. If you guys go into this with a positive mindset that everything is going to be fine, everything will be fine. You just have to push through. Everything will be fine. It will. Everything will work itself out. You have to trust in God and trust in yourself that you guys will get this, and God will help you get there. But you guys have to have that mindset that everything will be okay, because it will. It is scary at first, I know. And if you guys are doubting it, I know. I was in the same position. But everything worked out perfectly fine now. And now I'm 8, and I moved out at 18, and now I'm 19. And I am glad I did. And if you guys are thinking about moving out, do not wait for the perfect timing, because there's never going to be 100% perfect timing to move out. If you guys are prepared financially and mentally, and you guys have everything prepared, just go for it. Jump. Worst thing that can happen, you go back with your parents. But at least you got that experience of moving out on your own and finding out what the real world really has, and living on your own and getting out there by yourself. But that is my suggestion for you guys. If you guys have the opportunity to move out, you should move out, just to have that experience. Because worst case, like I said, you could just go back to your parents. Or the best case It works out way better than you ever thought it was gonna. And that's exactly what's happening with me. Comment your biggest fear about moving out, or if you guys have moved out, can you relate to any of this? And is there anything if there's anything that I missed, add them to the comments. Let's have a conversation, or we can help somebody else who's debating on moving out. But if you guys are debating if you should move out or not, I'm here to tell you that I don't regret it. And it's one of the best decisions that I've made for my life and me personally too. I think I have grown as a person. You can ask anybody that is close to me that I have changed for the better as a person, all because I made that decision and made that leap of faith to move out at 18. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope that if you guys are planning to move out or wanting to move out or doubting it, this helped you a lot with my experience, because I also watched a video just like this one when I started debating of moving out or not, and it helped me a lot to really have a clear mindset of what to do. Thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and share this to a friend who might be going through the same thing. And we have a Discord now. It'll be in the link below. So if you guys are interested of joining the Discord, it's completely free. Click the link below, and I'll see you guys in there. Bye, guys.